draw it as a sphere. Is it a sphere? Earth is not a sphere. It's like a ellipsoid. Okay, where at the equator it is bulky, from the pole it is flat. Okay, the flatness also is different.
That shape is called some
Yeah, what's it called? It's called a geoid. Okay. So what is the shape of Earth? Shape of Earth is geoid. Because it is not an ellipsoid, it is not a spheroid, it is called a ellipsoid. Not a spheroid, not an ellipsoid, not a spheroid, but a geoid. The geoid has got undulations. It is not like a short put. It has got ups, hills, it has got valleys. Inside the sea also there is a lot of ditch. So when we draw a earth like this, does it mean really a earth like this? No. There can be a hall like this. There can be a hill like this. This may be Himalaya top, this may be under the sea. Correct? Now, when I draw like this, I'll take one small portion here. This is what I am drawing as geoid. Okay? Now this geoid cannot have an equation. Because I don't know the equation of a geoid. It has to be either a spheroid or a ellipsoid. Suppose if I take a spheroid, this may become like this. So this will become spheroid. Suppose if I take an ellipsoid, it may become like this. Understood? So this is an assumption, this is an assumption, this is what exactly is. But this geoid is also not exactly this, because at some place it will have a hill. This is actually the hill which I have. There may be a ditch like this. So when I say this is the spheroid, this much error which I am making. So at each point I have to calculate this. That calculator is what is given as mean sea level, because the gravity will tell you the geoid is what the gravity is. What is the shape? According to gravity, it creates a geoid like this, which I cannot write an equation. At each place I can measure. This is called geoid undulations. From here, how much is it going? It's called the geoid undulations. That is called height. That is what is represented by mean sea level. So at every point we will tell you from this place this much is the height. Okay, this subject is called geoids. So when you go to a railway station, you will see MSL 30 meters. That means from the mean sea level 30 meter high. How is it measured? In Indian region, we will go and see the level in the Arabian Sea. See the level in the Bay of Bengal. Do a leveling. From there, this is the height. But this was measured long back, 1880s. By Everest. Everest is the first surveyor general of India. That is how the Everest mountain has got the name of it, because he is the person who measured the height. The height is measured from the mean sea level. Okay. Now, after some time, now I said now your plate itself is moving. The plate itself is a floating plate. So this start tilting. Now today what happens is the Cochin part water is measured and Bay of Bengal water is measured. There is a difference. That means the India itself is tilting like this. Okay. From that day when it was measured, it was parallel like this. Or you imagine that is the standard time when we start. Now today it is tilting like this. Therefore, whatever measured in Cochin, saying that from mean sea level it is 10 meter height. Though it is 10 meter height, today if you measure it will be only 6 meters. So 4 meters we lost. Here if you see the seashore and measure it, 4 meters at least or 3 meters at least. So this is not a standard one. Therefore geodesy department keeps on measuring it. Okay, why is it required? Suppose you are talking about the height from the satellite to this place is this much. There will be a variation because of this height. It may vary 5,000 feet. If you go to Everest top and measure, 5,000 feet variation will be. Even when we make a spheroid, there is a center here. When you say ellipsoid, also there will be a center close to that. Foci centimeter. From here to here, the distance is approximately 20 kilometers. So the variation of the figure itself can be that much. All the computations are based on the assumption that it is a geoid, and for mathematical computation use ellipsoid or spheroid, or actually it should be, this is what is called a topography. The ups and downs together is called a topography. So for topographic mapping, for every place you must know the distance variation from the actual geoid and spheroid and ellipsoid to compute where is the height and what is the height and all. So it's very critical in using for GPS applications, because GPS will not tell you the mountain top, it will only tell you the absolute height, because from the satellite it is measuring, it doesn't know the mean sea level. Okay, but what we know is you cannot say this height is approximately 6,325 kilometers, 6,252.5333 kilometers it will tell you. You will get confused. Can the height be that much? From the center of the earth, the radius is computed. From there it will tell you this is the height. So you have to subtract this radius of earth. Radius of earth is at this place. So that means you must know this. So there is a map which talks about the Indian map you take. There is a grid which says at this place geoidal height is this much, undulation is this much, spheroid is this much, and there is a table which will tell you exactly what is the height which you have to reduce. If you go to Hyderabad, you must reduce this much, then it will tell you. Okay?
How do you measure the radius of the earth?
Radius of the earth is measured again from the gravity, gravity at each place. You know what exactly the distance which is required for making this much gravity. At many places it is measured, that's how the gravity is measured. Okay, second one, you can take a picture from a farther distance and then see in this cone is made. Therefore this much cone has to have this much of the width. But that approximate maybe 1 meter, 2 meter approximation. So see the moon, you know from where I have taken picture, you know this is the circle, you can compute it. But this is very approximate. Many physical parameters are used for computing the exact radius. It's 6,300 or 6,260 something.